Don't wear these earrings if you're going to be on air. My guest in the studio is Vuyiswa Mutshekwane, who's the CEO of the South African Institute for Black Property Practitioners. How do you say it in short? SAIBPP or something?
Yes, it's called SAIBPP.
It's just one of those acronyms. It is
a bit awkward.
Yeah, SAIBPP. A longish one, but anyway, I'm glad that you're here in the studio to join us. So before we get into the crux of our topic, tell us about SAIBPP.
So SAIBPP is a 20-year-old organization. I think many people are hearing about it now, but it was formed in 1996 in response to the lack of transformation in the property sector. We had just gotten our democracy in 94. There was an obvious lack of black participation in terms of senior management in the corporate property, commercial property sector, but also just in terms of awareness, and opportunities being made available within the property sector. So some leaders within the industry decided to form this association, and 20 years later we are still on the front lines fighting the good fight of transformation.
And has it really changed in the last 20 years?
In all honesty, there have been some wins, but by and large the pace of transformation has been very slow. And I think it's not unique to the property sector. I think it's particularly more pronounced perhaps in the sector, but it's definitely not unique to the sector. We still have minimal representation of black people, women especially as well, in senior management positions. We still have, black people, yes, are getting into the housing market perhaps a bit more with a bit more fervor. I've just recently heard that 60% of residential sales are going to black people, so that's great. That's good to hear. But are we also understanding property as an investment vehicle? More than just a roof over our heads. Are we making money out of property? And I think that's really where we as an organization come in to shed light on those opportunities.
I think for me, I was kind of in the periphery of the industry, if you want to call it that, but yet a very crucial player, because I worked at one of the banks and I was doing property finance.
Oh, wow. Well, you are the lady that we need to be speaking to.
That was then.
Yeah, okay.
That was then. Not now.
You've crossed over to the good side now.
I'm an entrepreneur now.
Okay.
But all those experiences do help in terms of building networks and relationships, which we can later use as an entrepreneur. So you started touching about investing in property because it's a wide sector, and people always think about just the physical properties to invest in, but obviously there are options available to you, especially like in the JSE. It could be unit trusts, it could be the different funds and stuff like that. That's what I want us to actually just to speak to, just the different options, and how easy or how difficult is it to get into each type. But let's start with the simple one. Physical property.